can you do right now to take care of your woman to maybe get a little bit extra out of her? So like if you borrow her car, go buy a 99-cent air freshener and put it in there.
Fill that damn tank
Please.
up.
Yeah, please.
If you guys are watching Netflix, if you're hanging out and watching Netflix, grab her feet and rub her feet for 5 minutes. That's all it takes. I mean, literally, we went to EDC Orlando and Justin had a massage gun massaging all the girls' feet.
Yeah.
It doesn't take money. It really doesn't. To make females happy, it really doesn't.
No,
Look,
it
guys,
really doesn't.
Me and her touched on this podcast for the last one. When I was 18, the only way I could compete with the older guys is that I always hold the door open for women. I never let them cop the check, even if it meant I wasn't going to eat the next day. If I took a girl on a date when I was 18, I was like, okay, if I pay for her, that means I don't get to eat tomorrow. But that's going to put me ahead of the pack for everybody else who's 18. Holding the door open, making sure that, we talked on this last night, being on the opposite end of the inside of the street. So you want to face, you want to be close to
You want to be on the side of
when
the
you're
want
road.
to
walking.
take the hit. You want to take.
You
the
want to
hit.
be
We
the one
talked about
closest
that
to the
in
And I
podcast
cars.
talked about
today.
this today, actually.
The sidewalk rule.
If you're a guy that's not exactly, you can be a high value guy and not exactly be rich. You
So-
can just have high morals. So make sure when you take your girl's car, I'm a firm believer in the girl should never touch anything in her car. If that check engine light's on, you're failing as a man. If her tires are bald, you're failing as a man. If your girl's gas light is ever on E, you're failing as a man. You can fix that yourself. Fix that check engine light. Go change the tires yourself. Change your brake pads. Fill the gas tank up. Be a man.
So
Be a man.
Never let a guy disrespect your woman either. If a guy comes up and touches your girl in any appropriate way, you better start decking him.
Even if you get your ass beat, you still.
You better swing.
One of the quickest and easiest things I'll say for guys that you can do to impress your partner, make her feel good. And this is something that one of the early guys I dated was amazing about. If we were sitting around watching TV and he got up, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I get you anything?"
Dope.
That
really
was
nice, yeah.
that
So
was
little
amazing.
thoughtful things,
and that's
yeah.
something that now as an adult I carry over into my relationships. If we're hanging out watching TV and I'm getting up, "Hey, I'm going to the bathroom, can I grab you anything?" That's such a big thing. And it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but as you get in that mindset of providing for your partner in any ways that you can, obviously the ways that men and females provide for their partners is different.
Yeah.
But as you start to get on the level of where you're providing for your partner, no one's going to be unhappy.
What's
But
the word? Starts with a C. What do you call
Compromise,
this?
compassion.
No, it's an old word from the old days.
Chivalry.
Chivalry.
Yeah,
Chivalry.
There we go. Chivalry is not
Chivalry
dead.
should not be dead.
Yes. So watering your partner like a plant.
Yes.
And
Nurturing
giving and just
them.
giving selflessly. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh well, they haven't done anything for me.
And
Well,
it takes-
maybe they're waiting for you. You know.
And like little acts like that mean so much more from a man too, because you got to think outside of just logically providing.
Yes.
Like you think what would she like, and you actually put a little bit of thought into it because naturally men just want to provide and protect. But at that point, you're like thinking, what would she like in this?
Well,
moment?
that even goes down to like, "Hey, I'm going to the grocery store. Do you need anything?"
yeah.
It's such an easy thing. Like,
Even when she says no, show up with her favorite drink.
Yeah.
Guarantee
Yeah.
you'll have
Ice
heart
cream or
bubbles
something.
all over your
Publix
name.
Yeah.
has $3 bundles of flowers for $3.
Right, yeah, right,
You
yeah.
can make
Something-
your
just
girl
something
smile.
a little
Yeah.
thoughtful. And
So-
again, that goes outside of just the normal, provide and protect. It's like, okay, well, she might like this. and
Free
grab
game
it,
on
so.
this. You guys have actually inspired my standards over the past 3 years because you guys have treated me nicer than almost all of my past girlfriends.
Oh, I'm the biggest person. I'll bring Justin food all the time.
Oh,
Like,
it's so
I know
fucking
Justin's
nice.
love language, and I'll be like, "Hey, I'm making red beans and rice. Do you want some?" And he's like, "Oh my
I'm about
God,
to cry.
Angel."
Like, I'll literally almost be in tears. I'll be like, I'm so hungry, please, yes. And that goes both ways. I never let them. I always hold the door open when I can.
I'll just say after meeting you guys, my standards for men
I usually
have gone
comp
up
the
to
bill
here.
when we're always. I try to at least every time.
I get him sometimes.
We fight for it. She's gotten me, I think, like twice in 10 years.
Twice in our entire friendship.
You have to sneak it with Justin.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
You have to get above sneaky because
Yeah.
there are restaurants now that we go to that I'll be like, "Here," and they're like, "No, we won't take your card."
Good luck doing that. People have tried that on me.
Dang.
Good luck.
Brick and spoon works.
Try doing that at Ichiban with me. It ain't happening.
Yeah, no, they won't take your card at Ichiban.
Yeah.
But no, and I can say the same thing. Like, as much as we have led your standards. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with the right people, because I know that my standards have gone up in the past couple of years because of who I've surrounded myself. I know the same has happened with you, and the more your standards go up, the better you treat your friends. The more their standards will go up, the better they'll treat you. And then you'll eventually hit the point where we're all at now, where we're like some unstoppable, unfathomable
And they're
beasts.
looking out for you too in those relationships, and they'll be able to pick and see those things. Yeah.
But I'm just like, now when guys open the door for me, I'm just like, okay, well, the least you can do is open the door for me.
That should be the standard of entry, the bare minimum.
Yeah, like for me, and we make this joke all the time, but modern dating, the bar is at the floor. That is not the case with me. The bar is set pretty high, and it's not getting lowered because you can't reach the bar, because I know there are people out there that can.